I'm currently parked at my brother's house, about 3 feet away from his food forest, his kale beds specifically, but I'm stuck in the car because it is so cold today. I know everyone is feeling that still, or should I say again. It keeps like warming up for a couple days and then boom, right back to so cold. I think it's 22-ish degrees right now, dropping by the minute, and with the wind chill, I'm stuck in the car. So I'm sorry we're in the car. I definitely would rather be filming outside in the garden, even though it's covered in snow. But here we are. I'm sorry, I've been a little quiet lately. Unfortunately, my gram passed last Wednesday, and her funeral will be on Thursday, which stinks and of course is never pleasant, but she's at peace now. And thank you so much for all of your thoughtful comments about my gram. I really appreciate them. Happy Transfer Tuesday, the date of the week, just to have a little look at our finances to see if there's anything we can do to improve them or move some money in the right direction. Just a day for money awareness, you could say. It's been a pretty quiet week for me over here. Financially, I have not moved any money. It was not a pay week for me from my W-2 job or any other thing. I do have some super thanks to go over from the last week, both of which are from Robert. So Robert, thank you again for another week of amazing support from you. I appreciate you so much. So both of his super thanks came in last Wednesday, and one of them was for $2, and he commented on one of my videos from roughly a year ago about doing a pantry and freezer challenge. I think I did a day of pantry and freezer meals, and I shared my veggie garden with you guys. So last winter's veggie garden, and Robert said, "This was a cool video, Rachel. Would be awesome to see more of these in the future. Have a great day." Thank you, Robert. Very interesting timing because I have set up a veggie garden a few weeks ago and they're doing amazing and I'm super excited about them. And all of the little sprouts that have come up have definitely been scratching my gardening itch and my desire for greenery that happens in the slump of the winter. I'm going to talk more about that in just a minute. Robert's other super thanks was $15, and he commented on last week's Transfer Tuesday video and said, "Stay warm, Rachel. You will rock 2025. Have a fantastic day." Thank you, Robert, so very much for boosting my YouTube income again. That is so appreciated. Now I'm going to do a quick live transfer. I'm not going to do much. I have only gotten one sea day so far in January. I've not gotten another because the weather has been terrible. And to make matters worse, I'm so sad. One of the 5 boats I go on routinely sank Monday. I think it was Monday of last week. I'm not really sure. One of the day boats out of Gloucester. It was an old wooden boat. One of my favorite captains. And I'm so sad because I think one of my first couple of trips with him, he gave me the whole story about the boat and how he saved up every penny he could and bought it when he was 19 and has spent, a lot of his money reinvesting back in that boat and keeping his fishing career alive. And oh, there it sank. He was safe and the observer that was on the boat was safe as well, but it sucks. It sucks. It sank while the Coast Guard was towing them into the harbor. And the way he told me that story with such pride, and he knew it was a little dilapidated looking, but he just, it was his whole life. And I just, my heart is broken for him. And I know a couple other fishermen in Maine lost their lives this past week as well, or past 2 weeks. Oh, that was a rabbit hole of sadness, but just giving a work update. Yeah, it's been rough, and there goes one of the boats that I routinely go on. One of 5 that was left in Gloucester. It definitely will impact me directly not having that boat to go on. Right, so I'm not going to transfer a lot of money, and since it is the winter, I'm already in a season of not working much, so there's not a lot coming in, so I'm just going to move $10 right now. And I'm going to move that to my current savings, which is my Homestead fund. It's at $1,515. So adding that 10 brings it up to $1,525. But since we all know $1,500 is not going to be buying a homestead, let's talk about the other factor in the homestead purchase saga. No, just kidding. It's not a saga. It's just an ongoing process. That's the rental property. Of course, I'm not buying anything until the rental property is gone. So I do have an update on that. I have gotten another repair invoice. They gave me a quote to fix some of the broken flooring tiles, and it was like $875. Not a big deal, and the property management team thought it would add a lot of bang for the buck because they are quite obvious apparently when you walk in the floor. So walk in the door. So I said, okay, like that's not bad. Let's go ahead and do that. And then as they were replacing some in the bathroom because of the flooding and the tenant clogging the drains and leaving the bathtub full and whatever the heck else was going on in there, and for who knows how long, they found some soggy subfloor. So they charged me an extra couple $100 to replace a section of the subfloor before fixing the tiles on top of it. So $1,075 was added to the rental property repairs, which were at $9,400, bringing it to roughly $10,475 in repair totals from the tenant. But that's okay, because the text from my property management person who has been like handling all of the repairs and coordinating all of that and who will be listing it for me, when I asked him about when the work was expected to be completed, he said it should get wrapped up middle of the week and then we can get it listed for sale. I'll keep you posted. So in managing my expectations, even if we tack on another 2 weeks to that to actually get it listed, the end is so much in sight. I'm so intrigued. What are we going to list it for? What's it actually going to get? I don't know. I'm intrigued. As long as I can offset the cost of those repairs and what I still have left, what I still owe on the mortgage, which is like $32,000, I'll be happy. But we'll see. Obviously, I'm not expecting it to get a lot for it. It's, you know, doubled in value since I bought it. But then that's what Zillow, you know, when it comes down to actual appraisal and like what someone's willing to pay, you know, I don't know. If I just break even or like a slight loss, it's all good. It was all a very big learning opportunity, but pretty low risk. I mean, $32,000, that's a pretty small mortgage, you know, so it's all good. The end is in sight, and one day we'll know what all the numbers are going to shake out to be and see if it was worth it or not. But for right now, I'm just looking forward to getting rid of that headache. And honestly, once the rental property goes, like, I'm going to get rid of the business and the LLC and just like way simplify my finances again. So I'm excited for that. I'm ready for simplicity. Which brings me back to the windowsill veggie garden. Since you guys know I'm trying to buy a homestead and go live my homestead gal dreams out in a garden somewhere in the middle of the woods. Some mountains would be nice. Whatever. That also entails simplifying my life in a lot of ways, I hope. And just start the process of a garden. Establishing a garden. Living that simple life dream. In addition to the windowsill veggie garden, there has also been things planted outside, doing some winter sowing of some cold-hearty veggies in some milk jugs. I have mentioned that coming this year, I am going to start sharing gardening content as I'm gardening. And so I'll be talking more about that in future gardening specific videos for anyone who might be interested. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling the itch to get a garden started, and clearly the weather is like, no. I mean, it's New England anyway. Nobody's starting a garden right now, but you can winter sow in milk jugs. It's pretty cool. Look it up. if you're interested. And now I'm just sitting here staring at this dead frozen food forest, like so excited to see it come back to life this spring and this summer. And oh my God, my brother is so cool. I can't wait to like tap into his mind as a resource for my future garden, because he's been doing this for so long. He's such a wealth of information, and he's awesome. I never even got to like enjoy the benefits of the veggie windowsill garden from last winter, because you know, I got furloughed in January, and then it was panic for a couple months, and by the time it was like things were at even close to harvestable size, it was like, oh shoot, we're moving to Gloucester, and I knew I was moving into a studio the size of a shoebox. And so unfortunately the veggie garden couldn't come with me, so it got, you know, pulled up, and all of the stuff I brought to my parents' house and put in storage, so I still have it, and of course that's what I pulled out and used. But yeah, I never even got to like enjoy the benefits of any of that windowsill veggie garden, other than just the happiness it brought watching those little seedlings grow, but I didn't get to harvest anything. This year will be different. So like I said, more gardening specific content, but always I'm going to talk about the cost of things too, because the whole point of the garden and this lifestyle going forward is to be able to, you know, support myself more and hopefully lower my food and grocery expenses. But also gardening comes with infrastructure cost and setup cost and ongoing maintenance costs. I'll be interested to see financially if I'm still able to offset some of my food and grocery budget, which I very much wholeheartedly know I'll be able to. But also, that being said, would you guys be interested in seeing some more of those freezer and pantry meal videos? I know some of you liked them when I did them last winter, but I know not everyone's here for the gardening and like meal content. You're more here for the finances. So I'm going to try and keep them separate, because I know people are not interested in both necessarily. I think that's just where my thoughts at. And Robert, your comment and contribution, thank you, but it got the wheels spinning for sure. So I know at least Robert's interested. Let me know. And of course, as always, let me know what money moves you guys made towards your future financial goals, and I'll see you again very soon.